It gorilla gripped the hardcore just like Harambe gorilla gripped that stupid kid that fell over the railings. We miss you, Harambe. Keep in mind, for these tennis equipment reviews, I'm not sponsored by any of these product manufacturers. I bought all of these at retail price and I did not get any special treatment from Asics. I know some other YouTubers out there that do tennis reviews cannot say the same. If you do enjoy these unbiased tennis equipment reviews, please hit like, subscribe, and click that notification bell. It really helps tennis players like you get the best information to save you consumers some money. When it comes to major tennis shoe manufacturers, most people think of Nike and Adidas. But there is a small company in Japan called Asics that have been taking the foot of the tennis world, no pun intended, slowly and quietly over the past decade. There are some touring pros that are sponsored by Asics apparel and shoes, such as the Australian Alex de Minaur, who looks like a middle schooler that constantly gets his lunch money taken from him. But let's see if Asics' flagship tennis shoe, the Gel Resolution 8, is a good fit for consumers like you and I. Now, whether or not you actually like Asics or are some sort of loyal fan to this Japanese company, you do have to appreciate its minimalistic style where even just by looking at this flagship shoe, which comes in at around $160 retail, it's not super flashy. Yeah, I do like these colors, but even the colors that are available online on any online tennis retailer or even the asics.com US-facing website, I couldn't find any type of color or color combination that screams to be just way too loud. This simple and line curved signature of basically what I'm assuming is Asics kind of like three stripes with Adidas is very low key. And even this shoe, black with orange and a little bit of gray, was actually probably one of the brighter colors offered for the Gel Resolution 8. This screams to me that Asics as a company really isn't a huge marketing machine, and they seem to be shooting function over fashion, substance over style. Looks pretty sweet and minimalistic, and I actually do like the colors of this. Let's see if it lives up to its function over fashion motto. The break-in period for this shoe was minimal, if any at all. Right from the first hit, the bottoms of these shoes felt plush and fast. Weighing in at almost 15 ounces, this shoe is definitely a beefy boy on paper, but rest assured, it felt more like a 12-ounce shoe based on how easily this glided through the air and how easy it was able to get off the ground at a moment's notice. Comfort was also top-notch here. These Asics shoes felt like they were hugging the middle of my foot and the middle of my arches well enough to where I did not feel any room between my foot and the shoe, all while like my feet had enough room to breathe. I will give this one critique though. For about 4 hitting sessions, the tongue of the shoe did not feel comfortable at all. It almost felt rough. This is honestly the only tennis shoe I've ever worn that does that. You might feel some slight discomfort, but probably not pain on the top of your foot for the first few times you hit with this tennis shoe. The stability and overall support of this shoe is some of the best in the business. I can stop on a dime and take extremely aggressive cuts with my footwork with no fear of heel slippage or rolling an ankle. There was literally only one time out of the 3 Gel Resolution 8s I've been playing with that I've worn where I took an awkward cut with my feet to get to a ball that was behind me, where I did have some minor heel slippage. But again, that was one instance of about 200 hours of playtime with these tennis shoes on my feet so far. The only line of shoes that has better support and stability is the Adidas Barricade, which is discontinued for some stupid reason. F in the comments if you missed the Adidas Barricades. Another complaint about this shoe is that it gripped too well on hardcore to the point where it's almost impossible to slide. It gorilla gripped the hardcore just like Harambe gorilla gripped that stupid kid that fell over the railings. We miss you, Harambe. The only time I felt like I could slide on the hard court, both indoors and outdoors with these shoes, was towards the end of the life of the pair of the shoes I was wearing. But more on that later. Also, to note, this is literally the most durable tennis shoe I've ever worn in my life. Each pair of these tennis shoes lasts me anywhere between 80 to 100 hours on the tennis court. One thing I did notice for durability, there was a little too much room on the forefoot near my big toe. And this is not a complaint of discomfort, but I did start to notice that there was a tear near my big toe area well before the soles of the shoes were fully worn out. This is probably due to the fact that I have narrow and very flat feet. As a side note, the tennis laces that come stock with these tennis shoes are absolutely atrocious. It is an insult to have such an amazing tennis shoe come equipped with this garbage lace like these. It's kind of like Nadal playing doubles with Bernard Tomic in Indian Wells. Honestly, if you guys buy a pair of these shoes, buy a good pair of sport laces at a proper length. The stock laces loosen tension about every 90 minutes, and I find myself relacing these shoes midway through a singles match or even a long hitting session. Overall, this is a fantastic tennis shoe. The only complaints I have are the tongue of the shoe is weird because of a break-in period. It's almost impossible to slide on hard court with a shoe until towards the end of its life. There's too much room on the forefoot for myself, and the laces absolutely suck.
Sorry. Yeah.
You know you hit the cone that other one, right?
Yeah, it was like the second feed, right?
I got introduced to the Asics Gel Resolution 8 because my team captains for 4-5 USTA, Kyle and Andy, decided to try them. They were previously both loyal Nike and Adidas fans of tennis shoes, respectively. But after trying one of these Asics tennis shoes on, they swore they would never go back. And I trusted them, and I'm glad I did. In all honesty, I highly suggest you guys trust me and do the exact same. For those of you with a keen eye, the unboxing of this shoe is a different pair than the one you saw me playtest on the B-roll of this video. You want to know why? I love these shoes so much, I bought 2 pairs as soon as I could. 1 second. Yeah, they're both the same shoe, pretty minimalistic, black and orange, blue and a little bit of yellow. Now, I want to turn this conversation to you guys. Have you tried this shoe yet? If not, did I convince you to at least consider buying a pair? Leave a comment down in the section below. I also stream Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday nights if you guys want to swing by and ask a question, or just hang out while I string tennis rackets in front of you guys. Also, I am starting a gaming channel. If you want to see my take on Amazon's new MMORPG called New World that somewhat rivals World of Warcraft, subscribe to my Toxic Gaming channel. I will leave a link down in the section below. I tested this Gel Resolution 8 with Superfeet Black as insoles, and I am a 9.5 US men's, and I have flat and slightly narrow feet. And as always, happy hitting.